Task Force X. Hey guys, welcome back to Film Feature 43. Today we're talking about The Suicide Squad, which is not to be confused with the similarly named Suicide Squad. We're talking about the 2021 incarnation of the team and the film that just came out last week. So if you haven't seen The Suicide Squad, click off this video, go away, come back after you've seen the movie because there's going to be a lot of spoilers. I'm going to talk about a lot of plot stuff. I want to talk about theories related to the movie and answer two questions that I had while I was watching the film. Welcome back. Let's get into talking about what Amanda's real plan was. So let's start out by a quick brush synopsis of the film. Task Force X is split up into two different teams. There's the A team with Peacemaker and Bloodsport, Killer Shark, and the rest. And there is the B team with three original characters from the original Suicide Squad. We have Captain Boomerang, Harley Quinn, and Rick Flag. The Rick Flag we get in this film is far different than the Rick Flag we got in the original Suicide Squad, to the point that he might as well be a different character, and who knows, he may be a different character altogether, just played by the same actor, because he acts so much differently than the original Rick Flag. Another character played by Pete Davidson called Blackguard sells out the B team, getting himself killed, and in the process, getting everybody else on the team killed except for Harley Quinn and Rick Flag. I feel like Harley Quinn kind of has fan favorite plot armor because they're not probably going to kill her off. Margot Robbie is beloved in this role, at least by most people. This depiction of Harley Quinn was my favorite out of all the films that we've seen her in, where she kind of can come into her own and be her own character, not linked to the old Suicide Squad, not linked to Joker, as she was in the original and in Harley Quinn. It's hard to believe she's only been in 3 films, so they're not going to kill her off, at least not right off the bat. Maybe for a gut punch later in the film they might, but they're not going to do it right in the first scene. The other person to survive is Rick Flag. Rick Flag goes on to join the A-Team, trying to rescue Harley, and then they make it to a lab where Operation Starfish is being enacted. And we come to find out that the real plan all along wasn't to save the people of Corto Maltese, it was to stop embarrassment of the United States by everyone in the world finding out that the United States has funded this project. Peacemaker was specifically tasked to stop this information from coming out, and Rick Flag tries to stop him. For my theory, that's all you need to know that there are two questions that arose in my head about the plot so far. The first question is how and when and who and what and where and why did Blackguard contact the Corto Maltese Military? How, when he was locked up in prison, did he have the ability to do this? Who did he contact? And why was it so easy for him to contact them? And my second question is, why was Rick Flag, noted ally of Task Force X and Amanda Waller, put on the B team to begin with? To answer that question, I think it's the same answer. While everyone else is playing checkers, Amanda Waller is attempting to play chess. She allowed Blackguard to contact the Corto Maltese Military because she couldn't do it herself. She needed them there to kill that squad where Peacemaker's squad can go free because he's the only one that knows the actual objective of the mission. This answers another question about Blackguard. After he turned in the Suicide Squad, what was his plan? He still supposedly had a chip in the back of his neck, and once he goes to escape, they just blow off the back of his head. And as soon as he turns the squad over, why didn't they blow off the back of his head? And my answer to that is, he didn't have a chip in the back of his head. Amanda Waller made a deal with Blackguard to turn over the B team of the Suicide Squad so they could be all killed, including the main person she wanted to kill. The one person who was her ally since the first film, Rick Flag. But you might ask, why would she do this? And my answer to that is, even though Rick Flag is fairly loyal to his country, being a military man, she knew that he would stand against Peacemaker whenever push came to shove in releasing the information about the United States. She knew that not putting Rick Flag on this mission wouldn't be an option because that would raise some red flags no pun intended, because he probably has gone on most of the Suicide Squad missions. He's the only non-criminal on the team, meaning he's not beholden to her blowing off the back of his head if he steps out of line. So her putting Rick on the suicide team, the literal suicide team that she knows is going to die, is the easiest way to get him out of the picture to allow Peacemaker to make it the whole way to the lab, get the disc with all the information on, and end it right there. Release Starro, don't release Starro, doesn't matter. That's never the objective. We see that clearly in the film. The objective always is to save America's best interest and kill Rick Flag in the process, because if he knows that secret, he's going to let it out, because that's his character. There's just one problem. Rick Flag survives, throwing a wrench in Amanda Waller's plan the whole way through the rest of the film. I also think that if word got out amongst the rest of the Suicide Squad, Peacemaker would have been the only one to make it out of Corto Maltese alive. I feel like if Bloodsport or anybody else on the team got word that Peacemaker had the information to blackmail the United States, they would do exactly what Bloodsport does in the film and negotiate for their freedom, and Amanda would just blow the back of their head off. The only person she can't do that to is Rick Flag, because, like I said, he's not a criminal. He doesn't have a bomb in the back of his head. So she plans to take him out with a little bit of scheming and the help of an unwitting Blackguard. At least that's what I think happened. In the background, I think Amanda's attempting to play chess and got kind of caught off guard by Rick Flag living. Let me know if you think this theory is plausible, if it answers a few questions for you. Down in the comments, let me know if you like the Suicide Squad. This is going to be my video for the week because I wanted to get this theory out because I haven't seen it anywhere else, and I want to be as original as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.